Today in the grain market, soybeans were mixed. The trend does remain up, and today we were 30 cents higher basically for the week. That's how we're going to finish the week. It just seems that the market's just taking a little bit of breather here, something that we needed here from all the wild volatility that we've been having for the last couple of months. It certainly seems now that the next target is going to be that high at 17.59.5, but we're still like over 50 cents away because we're kind of hanging around here at this $17 mark. It's important to note that the May open interest on those options and the $17 options has really picked up a little bit. But also it's important to know that the November open interest is the highest at $15. So that's $2 below. That may come into play down the road. It's just something to think about right now. The CBOL for soybeans is at 27.7%. The oil's at 38% and the meal's at 30.5%. That meal kind of ticked up a little bit. So there's really some support in the soybean complex as a whole. Now, corn today did stay firm. Their mixed headlines kind of keep the futures moving sideways right now. The uncertainty about almost everything has somewhat frozen traders right in their tracks here. The war, weather, fundamentals, all are changing daily, and it makes it difficult for traders to kind of change their positions at this time. Right now, the option open interest on the May $8 calls is pretty strong right now. But overall, the $8 calls really has the most open interest. But today, a lot of activity in the May 750 calls. So I think that things are starting to shift over, especially since April expiration is today in these options. CVOL in corn is at 39.9%. So it's the first time it kind of slipped below that 40% mark. That being said, 39.9 is still pretty high historically for corn. Now, the wheat was higher today as well. And it just looks like that there is some concerns that the supplies are going to have trouble kind of getting out of Ukraine, and perhaps that might disrupt a little bit of the global supplies, just the movement pretty much. We did have a 55-cent range. That seems to be like a daily activity for wheat these days. But the market was relatively quiet, if you can think of it that way. Just 2 weeks ago that we were just recovering from a $2.50 drop from the high. So you can see like things have changed pretty quickly over the past couple of weeks. Now the option open interest is the highest on the $14 calls. So I think that's something to look at. And even though futures closed up a few cents for the week, we were still up 14 cents for the day, and I think that that's pretty strong. The CVOL for wheat is starting to go a little bit lower, but we're still at 63%, so that's huge. So with today's option expiration, I think that we could see perhaps the focus now moving to the options on the May contract, and then we're going to be looking forward to the acreage report at the end of March, and then certainly the April WASDE report. So a lot of things coming up that are going to kind of blend into what we've got going on in the markets.